50 weeks ago, I set a crazy goal. 50 videos on YouTube in 50 weeks. And today, I did it. And if you've ever thought about it, do it. It's changed my life. It's been incredible. It has not been at all what I expected, and it's worth it. And so many people come up to me now and they talk to me differently. We have more profound conversations. We have cooler conversations, and people give me ideas. People give me feedback I never asked for. But today I got 50 videos in 50 weeks. I'm super excited. And it's like, if you have the itch, do it. So I think the main thing I've learned in the last year doing this 50 weeks, just short of a year, is there's so many excuses that I had. The main one is I couldn't edit. And then I tried to learn all of the different softwares, and they would just crash. And I'm like, oh, God doesn't want me to do it. Jesus doesn't want me to do it. Gurdjieff doesn't want me to do it. All of the excuses in the world, my forefathers, my ancestors, they don't want me to do it. It's just such a load of nonsense. Just excuse after excuse after excuse. And then finally, last October, I was out for a walk with my cousin. And he's like, just use my boy Goran. And he had an editor, really inexpensive. And I started using Goran last December. And here we are 50 weeks later. So when I finally faced the thing that was holding me back, it went away. It was amazing. So the editor was a huge one for me. And then I had all these excuses. And for me, it's always, oh, God doesn't want me. I have no idea why I think God doesn't want me to succeed, but whatever. God wants me to have his thumb up. It's Old Testament for me. You know, I don't know why. I read all these books. They're all over there. I read them all the time. God is love. It's all love. We're all one. And then when it comes to this one thing, me having any financial success or success in the world, for some reason, I just be like, convince myself, oh, God doesn't want me to do it. Anyways, so get through that excuse, and I just started putting out videos. And then the first 5 or 6, it was like so much positive feedback. And then the next one's 10, 20, 30 people. What are you doing? You think you're so special. These are terrible. So much negative feedback. So get through your excuses, right? So one, we have excuses. And then secondly, there's going to be negative feedback. And I heard about this, but it was hilarious. Like, people telling me, like, why are you sharing? I got a text message the other day. Someone asked me if I was suicidal. I'm like, what? Because I admitted that I'm human and I have some faults and I have doubt, and like, it's so funny. So I get these texts like, are you okay? Do I need to fly in and see you? And I'm like, because I'm being honest and sharing, like, I was like, yeah, didn't make any sales for a little while and whatever. I didn't get the views I wanted, but that doesn't mean I'm suicidal. I'm the opposite. My life's great. Oh, and then my move. Oh yeah. Whatever. So it's just change. And I was just being honest with my difficulty with change. And then you have that where someone thinks you're, contemplating suicide because you admit something. And then the others, it's like, someone called me and we went out for tea a couple weeks ago. And then they have this like really fascinating take on death. And then I put it in my last video and it was really cool. And then I got to reach out to a guy who I looked up to my whole life, who helped me so much around the time of my mom's death. And we had a little chat. And then one of my best friends in the world called me on Wednesday night, and he's kind of like, what's the point of all this? What's the deal? And he was like, such an honest conversation. And we just had a beautiful interaction. And none of those things were happening a year ago. And then I went to my little brother's hockey game, my little brother's kids hockey game, so my nephew, and someone's like, I like what you're doing. And then I have a buddy who lives down in Massachusetts. I call him the King of Boston. We went out for dinner the other night. He was up in Nova Scotia visiting, and he just said, you're doing good stuff, man. It's like, I like it. And it's cool. It's nice. And then, and guys, I'm a men's coach and coaching guys and doing all this work with men. We're not going to be like, oh, hey buddy, you're doing so good. You're doing so great. It's like little subtle things. And it's really, really nice. And it's also to see where I get caught up. I get caught up in subscribers. I thought, oh my God, for people that are going to start doing this, I thought I'd be at 10,000 subscribers after a year. I'm at 197. I even know the number. And it's so funny. And yeah, anyways, I'm at 197 and I was at 67. So it's gone up 130, which is super cool. But there you go, enough, striving, desire, always, all these things I read about that Sri Sri talks about all the time. And then here I am, and I watch the views. Oh, it only got 12 views. It only got 20 views. I think a couple months ago, the most vulnerable one I did was about that guy who I had that incident with the university when I was drinking, and then he messaged me. That was probably the coolest thing, actually, in hindsight, this whole year, about talking with a gentleman from Newfoundland from a university. We had that incident, and luckily we're both sober now. And then you have like these geniuses that I watch and listen to that are like, they're incredible. Like, so Rick Rubin, the creative act, a way of being. And he was saying, like, just see them as installments in a chapter. Like, you're just doing updates on your life. And if you view everything, and he's talking about music and anything, he's like, just if you view it as a validation of yourself, well, that's not art. If you're just making it to make it, then that's art. And so that's what I'm attempting to do. Some weeks I do it, some weeks I don't do it. But it's been so amazing to hear someone like Rick Rubin talk, and then I'm doing this, and it's like, oh, that's what they mean. And then, like, I paid for the balloon today, and my two favorite numbers are 4 and 32. This balloon, and it cost $4.32. And I thought that was so symbolic and so cool. And it's just been so fun. It really helped me learn, go into what I believe and see it and be able to like articulate it better, about all the work I've done with the Vedic knowledge under Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, and for 20 plus years, and my daily meditations, and my commitment to sobriety, and my commitment to the 12 steps, and learning to take full responsibility for thoughts, feelings, speech, and action. And then being open and seeing where I'm succeeding at that. Like, I do so well with that, with relationships, with health. And then for me, the whys I'm pretty good with. For me, finances, it's where I struggle. And so what? We all have areas where we struggle. And I have a roof over my head, I have a car, I have a job, everything's great, but I don't have the full financial security that I would have anticipated I would have in my late 40s. Okay, so here I am. I talked to my dad about it yesterday, and my dad's just such a champ, and that's the greatest gift I've gotten from all this stuff, like going through my divorce and going through the 12 steps and having faced all of this stuff. It's like, my dad and I are boys now. Like, he's my buddy. And he's having a tough time this week in particular with his Parkinson's. And we drove down there yesterday, my girlfriend and I, and just had a fun time. He teased me, I teased him, my stepmother and I, and my girlfriend, we're all just having a laugh. And I just told him, like, yeah, everything's great. The finances just always, like, I was out of debt, now I'm back in debt, and whatever, it's all fine. And he goes, and I said, that's what I'm dealing with. And he's like, that's pretty good. Everything else, you're healthy, you got a great relationship, you have your spiritual path, you have your sobriety, you have your friends, you have fun as much, as anybody I know. And so that was pretty cool this week. So I get to have these honest, cool reflections, and then I can come in here and, like Ruben said, it's just like kind of see it as like a journal entry, as sharing from the heart. And I'm trying to be as vulnerable as possible. A lot of people will have told me to like do clickbaity things, and I don't like any of that stuff. Like, you're terrible, but then I was awful, and then this and that. I don't like any of that stuff. And I got a vidIQ coach right now, David, who's just awesome. Really like working with him. And I've tried other things this year. I tried some virtual assistants, and that just didn't work out for me. And they're amazing. It just what didn't work out. And I was working with with another company, Sean at Think Media. I didn't work with him, obviously. He's like the head guy, and they were amazing. I'm going to put a video at the end of, like, I couldn't even turn the camera on when I first started. And they helped me. They told me what gear to buy and stuff like that. And then it just, that service didn't really work for me, because, like, to go to the tier that I wanted, the one-on-one coaching, I didn't have the cash and dough to pay for it. But they got me started. So I want to acknowledge, shout out to Think Media. And it's just really, like, I thought for people that are thinking to start, like, my numbers would be a certain level, but it's not really the point of it. The point is the process. And I've heard this 1,000 times, but here I am in it now. And it is pretty cool. Like every week I record and every week I put it up. Last week I was teaching a war veterans course, Project Welcome Home Troops. It went amazing. My co-teacher was amazing. We had the most incredible conversation on the Friday morning about the principles for a center of mind. It was like incredible. Everyone in the room was just altered from it. And that's a lot for me. Like when I teach Project Welcome Home Troops, it's like, I don't have much else to give to the world. And Tuesday morning, I was like, oh, I got to record. So I got up and recorded, and then just like I got everything set up. Like I learned so much. Like I learned what all of these things do and the chords, and I had like 6 boxes, and now it's down to 1 box, and this is this, and this is this, and now I'm learning how to shoot out. I'll learn how to shoot outside, and then for now that this one talking head setup I can do pretty quick, and then that's cool. Like all the stuff I learned all the stuff on my software with my computer, which really seems like nothing to a lot of people, but to me, I didn't know how to do it. So that was pretty awesome that I learned all that. I've had fun creating, and I think it's been a long time since I was a little kid. I've been wanting to do this since I was 17. I started at 47. That's 30 years. I just love to do this, and I know it's going to extrapolate out into other things, and like a really cool podcast and like shooting stuff about in the city. And I do I'm pretty funny, and I've got a pretty dark sense of humor, and I'm not bringing that to this because I don't want this to be a focus of like my jokes and what I think is funny, and all. It's just that will come, but I really want people to take away like this is for people that are in pain and some area of their life, usually health, wealth, relationships, or why. And I was struggling during COVID, and I was watching YouTube, mainly Steve Harvey. I loved Steve Harvey during that. He's just so honest. And for me, I talked to the gentleman in California so much who helped me. And it's just like the 12 steps, relationship with God, relationship with higher power. For me, the Vedantic knowledge with Sri Ravi Shankar. Take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, speech, and actions, and figure out what that means to you. What does it mean to take responsibility for your thoughts, your feelings, what you say, and what you do? And then what does it mean to be open? What is a higher power? It's a lot to do, a lot to unpack. That's why I offer coaching services in it. And that's why this stuff is, to me, super important to unpack, because how do you live? How do you show up? And then that's been awesome to be able to review this and see where it comes up and see where it is in my life and where it can help other people. And yeah, it's just been fun to create and then to go deep into what I believe to be true. And it's only what I believe to be true. If you don't believe it to be true, whatever, don't believe it. Just help me get through the death of my mom, my alcoholism, my divorce, and my know-it-all attitude. And that's pretty cool. And I know that this is going to help lots of people, and it is helping people, and I will not stop. So that's cool. It's great to know this is 50 and 50. And then next Wednesday starts 51. So it's one for another 50 weeks. And then there'll be 50, there'll be 100 in 100 weeks. And I'm so excited to see where it goes. So just know you're starting out. You want to record a video, just do it. I talked to a guy at Tim Hortons once. He wants to do it. I just said, just start. I talked to another lady up at the Art of Living Center in Quebec. Just start. It's all going to be terrible when you look back at it, but you got to do it. You got to start. So that's number one. Face your excuses. They're just excuses. Have fun, enjoy the process. And I'm going to hook up a video. I didn't publish this video yet. It's this video. I'm going to link. This one's going to link to that, where I couldn't even turn it on. Turn my camera on. So super exciting. Thanks a lot for everyone for all the support. It's been amazing. To my buddy that called me the other night on Wednesday, that kind of validated all the reasons why I'm doing this. So thanks to you. And thanks to everyone who sent me notes over the last year, who were worried that I was suicidal, who told me like I'm the best, everybody in between. Thank you so much. And 50 videos in 50 weeks, did it. Check out that hilarious video of me when I couldn't even turn on the camera. And yeah, have a great one. Thanks so much. As always, be kind to yourself. If you be kind to start being kind to yourself. And if you can, be kind to someone else. Have a great one. Thanks a lot. See you guys.